Your chili plants are getting taller every week, but there's no fruit, no flowers that stay, just leaves. You're watering them, you're feeding them, you've got them in the sunniest spot on the roof, and still nothing. I've been exactly there, and the answer wasn't more fertilizer. It wasn't better soil. It was one simple cut, a technique most home growers have never heard of. In today's video, I'm walking you through the whole process from healthy seedlings to the topping technique that changed everything, all the way to harvest day. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Rooftop Garden Oasis. It all starts right here, this tray of seedlings. Look at how many true leaves they've already put out. That's your signal. When you see 2 to 4 real leaves like this, the plant is ready to move on. I'm separating each one carefully, one seedling at a time, so the roots stay intact as much as possible. You can use a chopstick or a thin stick to gently lift them out from underneath. Don't pull from the stem snaps. Work from the roots up. See this? The roots are holding the soil together in a solid little clump. That's exactly what you want. It means the root system is established and strong enough to handle the transition without going into shock. I'm using these large hexagonal pots. More soil volume means more root space, and more root space means bigger, more productive plants. Simple as that. For the mix, cocoa coir, worm castings, and a good amount of perlite for drainage. Don't use garden soil straight from the ground. It's too dense. It holds too much water, and you'll lose the plant to root rot before it ever gets a chance. Press the base in gently, soak it on the first water, and place it somewhere with at least 6 hours of direct sun. And as always, my 4-legged rooftop inspector had to check everything over first. Still not sure if I passed. Rooftop gardening is therapy. Not in a cliche way, genuinely. There's something about watering at sunset, city noise below, and everything up here just quiet, slower. Yours. During this stage, the plant needs consistency. Water when the top 2 to 3 centimeters of soil feel dry, not before. I check with my finger every time. If it's still damp, I leave it. Overwatering kills more plants than underwatering ever does. Now let's check on this one. This is the plant I topped about 10 days ago right here, where I made that cut. Look at what came back. 3 new branches, all pushing out from the same point. Full leaves, deep green, already reaching in every direction. Okay, here's the move. Once your plant has 5 to 7 true leaves, not the seed leaves, the real ones with a defined shape, you're going to pinch off the main growing tip, right here, this exact point. Why? Chili plants have something called apical dominance. It means the plant pushes all its energy upward toward that single tip instead of branching out sideways. It wants to be tall. We don't want tall, we want wide. When you remove that tip, you break the dominance. The plant has nowhere to go up, so it activates the axillary buds sitting along the sides of the stem. Those buds wake up and start growing, fast. Within 1 to 2 weeks, you'll see 2, 4, sometimes 6 new branches pushing out at once. Each branch is a future fruiting stem. You've just multiplied your yield without adding a single extra plant. You're not just growing a plant anymore, you're engineering a bush. While the chilies are developing, I keep a diverse ecosystem up here. Aloe vera, loofah, leafy greens, all sharing the same space. The aloe retains moisture around the root zone. The loofah climbs and creates partial shade for the pots underneath, cutting heat stress on hot days. The leafy greens absorb excess nutrients in the soil, keeping the balance in check. And the most important thing, biodiversity, is the most effective natural pest control you have. Pests that target chili plants struggle to spread when they're surrounded by plants they don't want. I almost never use pesticide up here. The ecosystem handles it. And this is what patience looks like. Organic long chilies, longer than my hand, glossy skin, thick flesh, grown right here on a rooftop in the middle of the city. No chemicals, no shortcuts. If you've been thinking you don't have the space, or the time, or the right setup, I want you to know this whole garden started with one pot. One. That's it. Start there. Try the topping technique on your next grow, and let me know how it goes in the comments. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe. I've got a lot more coming your way. See you in the next one.